coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Hey, man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, boom. Ooh, I appreciate the support. Big love, man, everybody who support this movement, everybody who support this platform. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. We're on the road to 150K. Meet and greet in full effect. Let's get it. Let's go. Please, if I'm worth the blessing, get the membership. You're going to get a whole different side of these stories, uncut, like you never heard before on any YouTube platform. Please believe it. You did? So, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh, man. I just seen something like on the internet a little while ago, so it made me think of this story right here or something that happened, man. And I remember this joint. And it's like, these are the type of things that be happening in prison, man, that will really have you on point because you see so much violence in prison, man. You see so much crazy stuff. It's always like somebody's trying to one up the next person or do something more crazier to, you know what I'm saying, to send a message. Me personally, I always felt like it was out of fear. Dudes who do that, they overkill, they overdo things, is because they trying to send a message that they don't want nobody to mess with them. That's only because there's so much going on in there, man, in these small environments, man. Just like this morning I heard that like the police that's supposed to have killed the young dude Aubrey McKay, man, R.I.P. to him, up there at Wallace Ridge, man. I was so glad to hear that he's being held accountable now. But that came from the voices on the outside that was so loud that he finally got fired and he's supposed to be, you know, charged. So, you know, kudos for that, man. Because they done getting away with that type of stuff for years and years and years. And I hope it's a change, you know, this coming, man, where they're going to start holding some of these people accountable, man. But the violence in prison, man, is understated on the outside. People don't know, they can't see it. It's different when you can see it, when you can be around it, when you know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know, and this is not TV. This is real life. So when you can see it in real life and be right there, and it's different, man. But I can remember this big Bama, man, when I was on Nottoway the first time. I can remember this big Bama. He was a real live bully, or he thought he was, or he fashioned himself as a bully. You know, because he had a little size to him, and he used to bark on dudes, you know, put his finger all in people's face. He done punched a couple of dudes and roughed a couple of dudes up, you know, threw dudes down the stairs, did all this little Bama stuff. But I never really looked at him as a bully because at the same time, he picking and choosing everybody he do it to, from my perspective, or since I was around him, was like weak dudes. I ain't never see him do that to nobody that's gonna give him, you know, real pushback. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at them dudes as bullies. I look at them as faking. They faking with the bacon, you did? Turkey bacon, you did? So I remember I was in the pod with him and he had a celly. And the celly was a quiet, laid-back dude, you know, small, slim. He wasn't no workout dude or nothing. Some people might even, you know, say like he like a nerd dude. I don't know what he was like that for. I always be suspicious of the dudes that's nerdy and the ones that's nerdy and quiet and they locked up. Like, what you locked up for? But that's neither here nor there. I remember this one time they you know, he always scream on the dude. He'd do that. He'd embarrass the dude. He'd scream on him in the pod or something like, man, you left the door, man, close the door. Stuff like that. You know, you don't do that. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? You disrespecting the man in front of a whole bunch of other men. You just making that man a target for everybody else to think that he's soft and they can do whatever they want to do to him. Now, he didn't really do nothing like they put him in no risk of being in no type of confrontation. All he did was play spades. That's all I ever known to do. Play spades, you know what I'm saying? Watch TV. Quiet dude, but just so happened this is how penitentiary go. They'll stick you in the cell with anybody. Plus, them fake bullies like that like being in the cell with a weak dude because they can handle the cell. They can run the cell. You know what I'm saying? If you put him in there with a real dude, he not going to be able to run the cell like that because he going to have to show and prove. Talking ain't gonna get it. You gonna have to do something, bust a move. So they always try to get in the cell with these little weak dudes, and that's what they'll end up being in there with. So he in there with the old boy. So this particular time we was at count. So when the count was clear, dudes you can hear because it be quiet most of the time during count. You can hear them there and they're arguing, then you hear a little roughing up. Boom, boom, boom. Man, shut up. I'll kill you up in here, boy. You know I'll kill you up in here, man. Who you think you talking to? And he handling the dude in there, and it appeared or sounded like he was, beating him up or whatnot. So when the count clear and we come out, he come out. The dude is still in the cell. But it sounded like he had beat the dude up and everything. Dudes heard it because dudes be coming out. They be looking around because it's count time. You can hear these things, especially when dudes get to rumbling in the cell, right? So we out probably about 15, 20 minutes, man. He done went and settled in, got him a little cup of coffee. He sat down at the poker table. He playing poker like he ain't, like he ain't nothing never happened. Like, ain't nobody asking him nothing about it or whatever. But, he got that look on his face like, yeah, this is what I do. I don't play no, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he really did something when everybody in the pod know that your celly ain't built like that. So you ain't really getting no points for that, but you acting like you a hell of a dude, you know what I'm saying? So finally his celly get the door open and come out, right? His celly came out, didn't look like he was like bust up or nothing like that. He ain't look like really like nothing happened to him. So later on we found out what happened to him, but when he came out, he didn't look like he was no, worse for wear, like ain't nothing happened to him. He walked straight over to the microwave, went over to the microwave, set his bowl on top of the microwave, got in line like he waiting because there's a couple of people waiting for the microwave, right? And then he went over to the little broom closet joint and got the push broom. Now people assume he might be just going clean the cell or whatever, right? And he got that push broom, and where dude is sitting there at the table playing poker, he not even paying him no mind. He not paying him no attention at all, right? So boom, man. The next thing you know, he's if you know, he get to unscrewing that mop. That broom handle. The broom handle got a long handle on it, but you can unscrew it. And the broom part that actually sweeps the floor. Man, that wood on that broom is about this thick. It's about this thick, and it's probably about this long. Got the bristles, the long bristles on about like that. That's the push broom that we got in prison. Man, he unscrewed that joint, and this is how much people, I'm telling you, this is how much people don't like you. It'll come out, and this is how much people want to see drama, and don't want to be in drama, cause dudes is seeing him, but dude back turned. Dudes is seeing what he did, and he picked that mop with that broom handle, that broom push broom part up, and he walking right over behind the dude. And somebody could have simply said, "Hey man, hey man, you get your head cracked though." Anybody could have said, ain't nobody say nothing. Man, and just as he went to pick up his cup of coffee to take a sip, man, he hit that joker in that head with that broom, man. Bang! Man, that junk was so loud, man. This show you how thick that wood was, because, bro, he hit him so hard, bro. It seemed like that junk should have broke. Man, that junk sounded all mop. And, man, he just fell over to the side of the stool. And, man, this is probably one of the brutalest junks bro, because he overkill him because he a nerd. He's small. He don't know. I guess he ain't really been in no whole lot of violent situations to understand it. Boom! That first hit, he done, bro. He cooked. That's the last button on Jake. Bro, that dude fell over, man, and he rolled over like that, man. He hit that joke in the face with that broom, man. Mop! 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 Mop, bro. It looked like he caved the side of his head in, bro. And Jokers was like jumping up. Blood was popping up off of the Joker and everything. And man, dudes was like, God, man, he was smashing him, bro. He was smashing them. It was so many people, like, in so much shock, and all the ladies would start hitting the booth. Bang, bang, stop it, stop it, stop it. And, man, everybody was looking, man. He hit that joke about 8, 9 times, bro, and then the broom broke. bang, and it was just like a piece of wood flew over there, and he had the lower part in his joint, and he was literally took that joint and he was getting ready to stab him with the broken part of the broom, and she was like, bang, 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 stop, and dude was like, that's enough, show, that's enough, show, and man, he just dropped that joint on the floor and walked to his cell, man. And dude was laying there and there. It was blood everywhere, man. Splinters from the brush. The part of the brush, the broom that broke was over there. Man, hey, bro, if you ain't never seen nothing like that there, I advise you never to be around it, bro, because it looked like just looking. I look and then don't look, and then it just is like you gotta look, and I looked again, I don't look no more. Bro, it looked like the whole side of his face was caved in. I'm talking about like, it looked like it was that deep in his head, man, where he was just smacking him with that joint. Bro, he was towed all the way up. When the police come running in there and they run over to him, some of the police, I'm telling you, they literally ran over there like, oh man, oh God, oh man. And they was coming in there, Joe, they were, oh man, oh. They didn't want to look at him. They didn't want to look at this joker, man. He was bust up so bad. They didn't want to look at him, bro. It was blood everywhere. Man, they called so many polices in there. Nurses came in there. They was like, oh, it was just, they didn't even know if he was breathing. Then they said he is breathing. So now they got to get him on the stretcher joint. Police done put the masks on like we was wearing out here for COVID. They done put their masks on. They put gloves on. They get them on the joint, man. They taking them out there. It's blood everywhere. They get him up out of that joint, man. They had to put him on a helicopter, fly him to the hospital. Man, I don't know. If you would have asked me, I would have said he was dead. But then the police then was saying he wasn't dead. But they said he was in a coma, man. They said he was messed all the way up. I heard later on whether it was true or not, because after a while, he don't never come out the compound. The police ain't gonna have all the information no more. But I heard that he was a vegetable. He that was it for him. He was not dead, but he had no movement, no nothing, couldn't do anything, man. He was on tubes, and yeah, I heard he was just messed all the way up. They got Youngin, and I don't know how much time Youngin had, but I know he got a rack of time for that right there. He got a rack of time for that right there, because they came and got him up out of there, and boom, he gone up in the mountains somewhere. But bro, he beat the bruh. That's when that's a bully right there. That bully had the worst day of his life, bro. He had the worst day of his life right there, and that ended his whole bully career, man. Cause man, that's how you cannot underestimate people in prison, bro. You cannot. No matter what they look like, no matter what color they is, you don't know what's going on in a person's mind, bro. You don't know what their capabilities are. And I don't know why men don't understand that. Because a man is a man, no matter what size or what color he is. Bro, he got limitations too. He could just snap. He could snap, and we all in hell. We all in prison. We all feel like at some point in time we feel like we in a slow death and we ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, it's sad but true. That's how I feel, man. It's like you in a slow death, you ain't got nothing to lose. You waking up every day in hell. You waking up every day in chaos and confusion and violence. Man, you get so tired of that stuff, man. You be feeling like you want to just, take somebody out. Or sometimes you feel like you want to take yourself out. So it's like, I don't know how people underestimate dudes like that. Like they think they don't have those feelings themselves. Like those feelings ain't universal. Like somebody else don't feel like that. Not because they big and muscular. They feel like that too. And you beating the dude up, and what happened was, to reverse it, don't. They say that, dudes talk to the dude and everything when he back in the hole. They say the dude smacked him in the cell, man, and grabbed him by his neck and was choking him and told him he'd kill him. And you in the cell with this dude, you got to go back in here, and you already been embarrassing him in the block. You been screaming on him. Now you going to smack him in the cell and choke him and tell him that you would kill him? Man, he won't go on for it, bro. He won't go on for it. He probably felt like, okay, I can't beat you, but I got something for you. And he gave it to him. And I'm telling you right, if he'd have had a Bethlehem dude, be dead. He'd be dead, but he want the type of dude that gonna have a Bethlehem. He not the type of dude that's gonna have a knife because he didn't feel like he need one. He didn't feel like he would use one. I guess. You know what I'm saying? But that broom handle, that broom handle did the job, boy. And I done seen many fellas get beat with that broom handle, boy. If that don't catch you on the head, I seen dudes get their arm broke. It catch you anywhere where you got bones, it's gonna hurt you, bro. The wood on it is about this thick, you know. And the crazy part about it is, so many people done got beat with them broom handles and they never removed them. Never removed them. They could have easily got a different type of broom, a plastic broom, or they never removed them. So that lets let you know how diabolical the system is. They don't care. Now you use that broom handle against a CO, and them broom handles will be discontinued in the system that the next day. They'll come get them all, and they'll change them. They'll change them. I'm telling you. I was on Nottoway, same place one time where the dude took the pole out of the shower, the hose, the shower curtain up. He somehow got the pole out, and that's the only in concrete on both sides. He got it out and beat a CO with that joint. And the next day, they locked the compound down, the whole compound. We stayed on lockdown for a whole week, and the warden say, go by and take them all out. Major, go by and take them all out. Took them all out. That's when you had all the bras on the compound start complaining, and some of them was quitting because now they got to watch the dudes in the shower. All the gunners could gun and everything because there won't no shower curtains. Because they ain't had no pole to put them up no more. He said take them all down because they was more worried about the officers than they would be about you and your safety. Your safety is zero to them. They don't care nothing about that. In my 33 years of prison, I probably seen over 30 people get beat with broom handles. I done hit jokers with broom handles. so and they never took them out. Never took them out. One time I see a CO get hit with the shower rod, and they took them all out. Took them all out. You see what I'm saying? So that's just how it is up in there, man. That's the way it goes. And I know that dude right there, the big bully, man, he had the worst day of his life, bro. And I don't know if he ever recovered from that, or if he ever can recover from that. And even if he do, I know for a fact he would never, ever be the same. Bro, I know he probably disfigured, man. He probably is disfigured for life. I'm telling you, from the visual, it looked like his whole side of his face was caved in. Skull and all, like from here to here. It just looked caved in. It looked like it had an indenture in it. Like something that you can't explain. It's like something you'll see in a sci-fi movie. You understand? And he had snapped out so much that if the broom don't break, he keep hitting him. Because dudes was hollering, that's enough, y'all. That's it. He mop. He beat him into that concrete, bro. So it is what it is, man. And you don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, process that type of stuff in prison. You can't sit there and think too much about it. You just got to see it and just get over it, man. Because if it stay in your head, it's going to just make you more paranoid. It's going to make you look at a dude every time he go near the broom closet. All of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. It will psychologically affect you. And you will feel the atmosphere in the pod after something like that. When we come off lock, you'll feel tension. Because now dudes is nervous pervs. Now dudes seeing somebody do something that they didn't expect to do something versus the dudes that they do expect to do something. So now it making you think in your mind like anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? It changes the whole atmosphere for a while, and it's going to take a month or two for the flow to be back, for the noise to be the same, for the same. Everybody now is moving, like on some paranoid type ish. You see what I'm saying? That's how it always be. You can feel it. Like, man, we in danger up in this piece. And is all the time. All the time, man. But yeah, that was one time I seen a bully get it, man. He had the worst day of his life, man. This bully had the worst day of his life on this day right here. And it came at the hands of his celly. A nerdy dude that was fed up and a broom handle. that's what it came at, and he'll never forget it. If he alive today, he'll never forget it, you know. But that's the penitentiary life, man. Stay free, young fellas. Stay free, please. Stay free, please. Please stay free. You dig? This is not a life you want under any circumstances. Man, y'all talk to me in the comments. Make sure you hype the video. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. We out here. And guess what? We trying to stay out here.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.